Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We're gonna be checking out this video right here, man. It is from it's from Fox. It's Fox News, that is. Joe Rogan reveals why Kamala Harris didn't want to talk on the podcast. I think we all know why that one is. It's a really long video, and she yeah. She doesn't seem much of a people person, if that makes sense.
Some people felt that he was smiling Biden. The president sitting down with Donald Trump at the historic handshake wasn't the only headline. It was Biden's grin that captured attention on social media, leaving many folks to speculate, why was he so happy? Vice President of Targeted Victory, Matt Gorman, former Clinton advisor Philippe Rines. And gentlemen, good morning to both of you. Let's get to it. Here we go. Some of the reaction online. Biden never looked happier. Joe Biden shares the same smile that most of America has right now. Matt, you see something there?
I personally see something there. I do myself. I believe that he is he's not trying to throw anything, but he's definitely doing the old man petty, like, I got you. I got you. Yo, to me, he seems more here now than he did before. His speech about the transfer of power was one of the best speeches.
I have not seen him that happy since the last debate. I mean, I'm not even trolling. I mean, what if you're Kamala Harris? What are you thinking right now? I mean, they were saying he's a fascist, Trump's a threat to democracy, this and that. And yet, do you smile that happily when you're next to someone who you think, ostensibly is evil? It kind of shows everything they were saying was just kind of a lie. I mean, it was incredible. I have not seen Biden that happy in a long, long time.
Philippe, what you see?
To be fair, too, though. Hey, to be fair, though, like, when all the bad stuff started happening, Biden actually backed down on a lot of the words that he was using. He actually didn't even go to the garbage thing until after Kamala was picked. No lie, I think he did that on purpose.
Matt, I love you, but I just don't think that's the case. I mean, Donald Trump also has some nasty things about Joe Biden, and he kept that to himself. Look, as jaded as I want to be, I liked seeing that. It is important. It's good that Joe Biden offered, which Donald Trump did not do in 2020. It's good that Donald Trump accepted. And it's not just a ritual. And I have to say, I think if it had been a couple hours later and the Matt Gaetz news had broken, I'm not sure the grin would have been as wide. But they both said the right things. What they next did, I think they met for 2 hours. And that's
Hold up. The grin would... Wait. I misunderstood what he said.
Ritual. And I have to say, I think if it had been a couple hours later and the Matt Gaetz news had broken, I'm not sure the grin would have been as wide. But they both said the right things. What they next did, I think they met for 2 hours. And that's the really important part. And the one thing I would say is I hope that
Y'all check that picture right there. That right there, that's a good mutual respect. You can see the respect in each other right there. They're locked eyes. Nice firm shape.
Say is I hope that the president-elect took to heart some of what Joe Biden said, even if he disagrees with it. Because if you remember, President Obama told President-elect Trump to watch out for Mike Flynn. And it turned out that Mike Flynn was fired 23 days after the election started and ended up, being found guilty and needing a pardon. So it's actual work that's getting done. True. As far as the grin, look, I'm glad that they both could put it aside and say the right words. I really am.
Okay, gentlemen, one other thing. There was a question about why she wouldn't do the Rogan interview. And a lot of things went back and forth. And apparently Rogan went her in Texas, and they said, let's do it for an hour. Well, he finally answered it. Let's go ahead and play the clip from his explanation.
They had, I don't know how many conversations with my folks.
Right.
But multiple conversations, giving different dates, different times, different this, different that. And we knew that she was going to be in Texas. So I said, open invitation. I think they had requirements on things that she didn't want to talk about. She didn't want to talk about marijuana legalization, which I thought was hilarious.
Why?
Like, that's so, because of her prosecuting record. And
That's really odd. That was one of the things that she ran on. She was trying to. She said that she was actually going to be legalizing that on the federal level. I want to say I heard something before about Rogan said that she just didn't want to do the amount of time, and also she had that other interview to go do that I think she paid like I don't remember exactly. It was like 6 figures, and they didn't even get 1 million views.
In Texas. So I said, open invitation. I think they had requirements on things that she didn't want to talk about. She didn't want to talk about marijuana legalization, which I thought was hilarious.
Why?
Like, that's so, because of her prosecuting record, and, you know, she put a lot of people in jail for weed.
You had that, and you had this from one of the spokesmen. There was a backlash with some of our progressive staff that didn't want her to be on it, and how there would be backlash. I guess there's truth in there somewhere, gentlemen. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's malpractice, right? You're worried about your staff's feelings and not, getting in front of tens of millions of voters, more than watch the evening news even. And look, Rogan is a symptom of a larger cause, right? I don't think doing Rogan would suddenly win her the election, but it spoke to a mindset of playing it safe, of keeping her from a lot of interviews for most of the campaign, of not taking risks, of not saying, hey, let's figure out 3 things where we can separate ourselves from the historically unpopular president in our party, of, hey, let's cater to this interest identity group and that interest identity group instead of trying to win voters and build the broadest tent possible. Look, Rogan in itself didn't lose the election, but it was a mindset that informed all of that did.
My feeling, Philippe, is that anytime you put conditions on an interview, it's probably either not going to happen or it's not.
I agree with him. It really wouldn't have. It wouldn't have helped her win the election, but it definitely would not have hurt. When you don't even get 1 million views and you pass up on an interview that would have got you 40 million, and you're supposedly trying to get to be known even though you've been the vice president, that would have been a good time to do it.
It's not going to go well. And I think this other comment about progressive staff members being concerned about it, that there might be some truth in that, about the infighting within the campaign.
Well, Bill, you just teed up a...
I'm sorry on all the pausing, y'all. That's true. I think they were too overprotective of her, if that makes any sense. Like, they didn't give her a full chance to get out there and do it. But I think she actually has a fear of speaking to the like a big audience.
You just teed up a softball right down the middle. I mean, President Trump gave preconditions to the interview with National Association of Black Journalists. He didn't want to be fact-checked, and he did the same thing in terms of trying to work the refs, which he's very good at, on the debates. But I'll say this. Look, I think the most important thing about this is that Rogan said that she said okay. So look, I don't have any inside information here. I would say that the idea that she didn't go into, I won't say the lion's den, but the fox's den is a little crazy, because she sat with your colleague Bret Baier, which is more than President Trump did the other way around. And I think just...
That's not true. Trump done a lot of interviews on like ABC, NBC, MSBS, all that stuff, MSNBS. I hope Ruben gets to buy it. You think he'll get it for the $500K?
He didn't go into, I won't say the lion's den, but the fox's den is a little crazy, because she sat with your colleague Bret Baier, which is more than President.
Did y'all see the interview at the NCAA? I think that's where it was. Where they come out just straight attacking him in the very first question. He was like, oh, that's a nasty one. And then everybody tried to play it off, and that was the place where he said that that's the first time I learned she was actually black. I thought she was an Indian. Kamala Harris, VP Harris, was invited to that. She turned it down. She said no. Trump dropped everything he was doing, pulled off his campaign trail, and went and did that interview. A lot of people don't realize that. They don't know that. That interview was called late. And then she skipped that one, another topic.
With your colleague Brett Baer, which is more than President
She did
Trump
everything you could
did
do to
the
make
other way
yourself
around.
lose.
And I think I don't know whether or not the left or the progressives did or didn't. I am certainly not going to defend anyone on the inside who might have said that's too something. The one thing I will say is that I am sure there was discomfort with some of the people that he has had on his show, including Alex Jones, in terms of not pushing back hard enough.
Yeah.
So, I don't think it's that simple.
I would just offer, I think in the end of it,
The cat over here, he doesn't understand what Joe Rogan does. Joe Rogan is not a fact checker, bro. He just sits there and lets you talk. If you make yourself sound stupid and stuff, that's just on you. He's going to bring up some logical common sense type stuff. You're talking to a guy that's high. He's probably drunk. He's feeling good. He's just a normal dude talking. How could that be? How can you be afraid of that? And everybody's met or seen Rogan a lot. Like, he's a calm person. I wouldn't want to piss him off, though. Y'all seen how hard his, what do they call that? Where he kicks sideways? The side kick?
He has had on his show, including Alex Jones, in terms of not pushing back hard enough.
Alex Jones is actually been right about most.
I don't think it's that simple.
I would just offer, I think in the end of it, a little difference because of what we saw in the electoral vote. So, Philippe, thank you. Matt, thanks. Gentlemen, we'll talk again soon. Thank you. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kill.
Cat's got a weird name. His name is Kill Me.
Talk again soon. Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart.
Come on, bro. Hey, all right, my thoughts on that right there. That is crazy. Really wasn't much said in that. I think she didn't do the Joe Rogan show literally because of what he said. Because Joe Rogan is not going to be into what somebody else wants to do. He's not going to come to your place. Just put it this, I guess the simplest way to put it is he's the captain of the boat. I think that's really what it comes down to. I don't think it would have, honestly, for real, I don't think it would have, like, jumped the percentage of her winning much. But it would have definitely gave more respect toward her. Because she just showed how scared she was. They were scared to put her in front of Joe Rogan. Do you want to put her in front of other countries? That is why over half America voted the other way. We don't even know if she's qualified. I don't think that she is. Not for being president, maybe for some dancing and some dancing and some happy. Much love and respect, I catch y'all later.